Did I scare you? Did I? Mark Christopher here at Classic Barber Shop in Williamstown, Kentucky with another Hippie Pick interview. Today, I am very excited about the interview we've got. Since the birth, the idea, the conception of the interview series on pick makers, I've been pumped to get this guy on the horn. He's 16 years old and he's killing it. He's making picks. He's making a career out of making picks and selling picks. He's got awesome branding and awesome story. His name is Jacob Strauss, and I'm very pumped to have him on board with us today. So, without further ado, let's bring him in. Jacob, hello. Jacob.
Hello.
In his grand entrance onto camera. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. You got a knife there?
Oh, yeah. It's a new one I got recently. It's a Hirigashi knife made by Ironbone Knives. I got it on Etsy for around $100. Basically my first quality handmade knife. I've actually been sort of using it to do bevels. So for example, this pick here, it would be better if it was in a vise, but yeah, I mean, that's
nice. Does that take a long time to do with the knife, or does it make it easier?
It makes it a lot easier, and I just have to be careful not to, for the rough stages, not to get too far, because after that, I can sort of even it out by scraping like this.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just holding the knife in a vertical position, and it's sort of taking off material.
Yeah.
Like that.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, let's start from the beginning. You're Jacob. You live in somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Yep, Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Pretty much grew up here. And the only time we've ever really moved was about 4 months after I was born from Lancaster City. But yeah, other than that, I've pretty much spent my whole life in this house.
Awesome. That's very cool. That's unique. That doesn't happen that often these days. A nice family environment where you get to stay in one location for extended amounts of time. You've been playing guitar, yes?
Yep. For around 10 years.
So what were you, like 2 when you started? I'm just kidding. 6?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Actually, first got interested. You remember those things that came out and they were on TV, like those paper jam things, like plastic with stickers on it. It was basically completely flat, but it was
Yeah.
made those sounds. That was actually, I got that first as a Christmas gift because I saw it and wanted it. But after playing around with it for a bit, I decided, you know what? I'm pretty good at this. I could probably be good at guitar.
Yeah.
Little did I know how difficult guitar is.
It's insanely difficult.
Yeah.
You never stop learning guitar.
Right.
Unless you just quit and you go, I'm good with what I know. I don't want to progress,
Right.
But now you make guitar picks. What was the transition like? Why did you start making guitar picks?
Well, I first heard about handmade picks with purple plectrums from a video by Rob Scallon.
Yeah.
And I decided to, I was hearing so much good things about him, and about a year went by and I decided to pull the trigger and order my first one, which was this right here.
Nice.
But yeah, 2 of them later, I decided my dad got a belt sander, and one of those ones that are supposed to be held horizontally.
Yeah.
However, I just flipped it and clamped it, and so it stood up like that. And I decided, hey, why not try make my own picks? And yeah, the two first ones. The first one I made was this one, which I call the sunflower seed,
Yeah.
made of black walnut.
Okay.
This one, which is my second.
What was that made from? Black walnut as well?
Yep, same piece too.
Okay. What was the idea to want to make it? You just thought, hey, I can do this?
I mean, I was seeing other people do it, and I thought, hey, I don't have any other use for this walnut. It was basically like just a scrap jig, and it was like this thin and sort of like a triangle.
Okay.
So yeah, I decided why not just. I was seeing so many other people do it, and I decided why not try it for myself.
Nice. And now you have a multi-million-dollar business making guitar picks. Dude, I'm impressed. Yeah.
Yep.
How long have you been making these picks?
Um, since late December last year.
Man, that's not very long ago.
Right. The two most recent ones I've completed are these two.
Ooh, I love both of those.
Yep. So this one is, I call the Paradox,
Yeah.
and both of these are four-piece acetate picks.
Okay.
And if you're unfamiliar with acetate,
Okay.
like,
Yeah. Can you hold it into the camera so the light can see it better? Yeah. Ooh, whoa. Yeah. Is that mainly the material you use now? Because you switched from wood to acetate. When was that switch?
well, around like a few months ago, like basically I was basically a few months ago, I decided, hey, why not take this little block of acetate that was like this big and cut it up into four sections to make a pick. And I found out that a lot of times you can actually sort of quadruple book match it. And so I thought that looked really cool. So I just decided, hey, why not get a full box of that stuff?
Yeah. These shapes are very unique. Let's talk about those shapes.
All right. So basically, coming up with the shape, I actually came up with it on accident. Um, basically, what I was trying to do was make a normal pick shape, right? Except sort of have that cut out.
Yeah.
Basically, let me get something that would be better as an example. All right, so basically it would be like this.
Yeah.
It would have a cutout there, and then the sides would sort of be concave and then go in because that sunflower seed pick, I actually found the tone to be really nice because of this like really because of it being really like skinny the whole way through. And and it was really loud as well. So I decided, hey, why not try make a version that's easier to hold on to? But yeah, the first attempt I ended up with this.
Okay. And you liked it and you ran with it.
Well, I decided to try again, and um, because that one wasn't really that nice. I mean, for like, it was hard to hold on to and caught the strings. So I decided to try again, and on a piece of marbled carbon fiber, and this is what I got out of it. I got the profile right on this side, and this side, but I didn't have enough material left. So I had to just go with it and keep it flat on that side. I tried it out, and surprisingly, it was actually really nice. And also, this was back when I still held a guitar pick like this.
How do you hold it down?
Um, Basically, I have a bassist grip, but my finger's kind of sideways
Gotcha.
like that, and my thumb is really far out, so I don't have to move it while doing pinch harmonics.
Nice. The acetate, then, I guess, in the way you've constructed the design, hold it so that you don't slip or drop that pick. It doesn't catch.
Right, I mean, like, it just ended up working out, especially like for the quote unquote standard grip.
Yeah.
That cutout really makes it comfortable in this position. And then right here would make it really comfortable in that position.
Okay. So you started making these picks. You started to develop your style and your craft, and you're like, I get this. I'm seeing where it's going.
Yep.
All of a sudden, you create a company. The company's name is Glitch Picks. So where did you come up with that title?
Well, at first it was Mako plectrums, and that was from like the name I gave to this shape at first, which it's still called that, but I mean, it didn't really have sort of a that much of a ring to it.
I like the name.
But
Well, I met you, and you were still going by Mako Picks.
yeah, so I decided to switch to glitch picks after I watched a playthrough of psychological horror game that came out in 2017 called Doki Doki Literature Club. The
Okay.
creator of that is an absolute genius,
Yeah.
but like it's disguised as one of those like anime dating sims, but it like lures you in, and then like about halfway through things just go south quick.
You find out you've been dating a serial killer or something crazy like that.
Not really, but I will say that near the end, there is a fourth wall break that is absolutely insane. Like, if you're recording, like, one of the characters will be like, oh, I see you're recording. To everyone who's watching, hi. But if you're not recording, it'll, like, it'll, that character will, like, say you're like something with your Steam name, and then ask if you go by a name and it's your real first name.
That's creepy.
Yeah, and it's basically like, oh my god. So it's basically like, oh my god, is this actually a game, or am I actually causing something here? Like, psychological horror is a very difficult thing to pull off.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're like sensitive to like disturbing images and things like that, I would not check that game out. But otherwise, I would probably watch a playthrough of it. Like the one I watched was from Markiplier.
Okay.
But otherwise, the game is free to play on Steam.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
where does that tie in with the word glitch?
Well, basically, the main antagonist, which I was talking about earlier with the fourth wall break. Basically, it's a AI that becomes self-aware, and basically, command script pops up a lot. There's a false blue screen. I mean, there's just a lot to explain. But then I figured, hey, I really do like glitchy sort of textures. I really like the look of that. So maybe I could sort of expand on that and bring it to my picks. And I mean, like the 4-piece acetate sort of thing was something that I thought would really match that.
Yeah.
But then recently, which means about a week ago, I started taking apart electronics.
Nice. Are you making pics out of those?
Well, I'm planning on doing it. Right now, I'm just stockpiling.
Okay.
But I mean, glitch picks, I mean, like casting broken bits of circuit boards. Like, for example, this one that came from a broken laptop screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that would fit really well. And like also things like ribbon cables, like these two are display ribbons, which I decided to keep for like photo taking as a background.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far the most interesting thing I've come across was actually not even from a phone, but from a calculator.
Okay.
So basically, it was the a part of this screen. This is a basic scientific calculator. Let me find this thing. Come on. All right, yeah, I can't really find it at the moment, but yeah, on my Instagram, you can see the video. It's basically like if you hold it up to a lit screen and rotate it, it goes from uh like purple to like yellow green as you rotate it. Or
Nice.
the other side, it goes from like see-through to like pitch black.
And you can do
And
that while playing?
what?
And you can do that, you can see it while playing the guitar?
Well, not necessarily. It has to be a digital screen or another one of those
Yeah.
screens. And for example, here's the glass to the screen of a broken Motorola Z3 that I'm currently trying to take apart.
Okay.
This has the smallest torque screws ever,
Yeah.
so I have to get a kit to do the rest of it. But anyways, here's a screen of that, and here's the screen of a pair of binoculars I had.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it would work better. Like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Whoa. It's like changing colors.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that I'm planning on doing. Maybe sell those ones in, like, cast them in resin and sell them as pairs.
Yeah.
You could just hold them up and see the changing
Yeah.
in shades.
Where do you come up with all these awesome ideas, man?
I don't know. I just see something cool and I run with it.
There you go. Would you consider the Mako your signature model?
Yeah, it's really my only sort of model at this point. But I mean, I am planning on coming out with a tri-pick design.
What's that?
Either, so basically, triangle picks.
Oh,
Yeah. So basically, I'm thinking of either doing a sort of like a something like that where it's
yeah.
just like on all sides. Either that or doing just the tri-pick shape, but doing the bevels in a way that's sort of like the Kiradashi knife, where it's like beveled on one side,
Yeah.
except in the middle it would switch sides.
That
Sudden,
would be insane.
yeah, it would be like,
Yeah. That'd be really cool to see.
yeah, I mean, I just have to sort of figure out how to do it. And
Okay.
I right now my beveling style is basically like that, where it's like flat but
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
tapered on both sides.
Okay.
So kind of like what you normally see with pick makers who do bevels, but just sort of like both sides, and then the round part is completely beveled.
Okay.
And overall, that's made it so that the picks chirp a lot less. They glide across the strings a lot better, and also you don't really see them wear down as much because there's more room
Okay.
for them to go down before the shape starts changing.
Yeah. Cool, man. This is awesome.
Yeah,
You think you're gonna make picture the rest of your life?
I mean, I'll try to.
Yeah. And, like, is that the long-term goal? Like, this is what you want to do with your life? Be a pick maker. I know you're still in high school, so
Right.
what is the long-term goals you have?
Well, I was planning on becoming a luthier and sort of build guitars, or being a woodworker,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's something that I love doing. And to be able to do that in a shop where there's no mosquitoes all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, I go outside to the side of the house and there's 5 mosquitoes on me at any moment in time.
Yeah. You do a lot of your work outside too?
Oh, I basically have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my dad's really concerned about like dust and all that, which is understandable.
Yeah, dude, I understand. Especially with some of the different types of wood, you can inhale certain types of wood, and it'll cause you mass diseases, which is crazy.
Or like or like it can cause you to develop an allergy to another type of wood dust.
Yeah.
For example, Cerakote is uh, wood that is kind of known to do that.
Really, I've not used that type of wood, but I've heard it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's basically like it can be like spider webbing, and really the only sort of comparable wood to the normal like grain look of the grain of Zeracote would be highly figured Brazilian rosewood. But I mean, it's like such a beautiful wood. Like even the sapwood, like it's a sort of creamy yellow sapwood with like gray, a beautiful gray brown, like heartwood, and it's like with all these black streaks running throughout. It kind of looks like landscapes or sometimes even spider webbing.
Yeah. So do you do a lot of woodworking outside of making the picks?
Um, well, I'd say it's kind of like 25% woodworking and 75% picks at this point. But I mean, now that it's sort of and now that mosquito season is ending, I think I might start doing a lot more because I kind of took a large break from picks over like the about halfway through summer because of the mosquitoes. I mean, it was so bad.
What type of stuff do you do when you're not making picks but doing the woodworking stuff?
I mean, I also have to do woodworking outside, but I mean, recently it's been taking apart electronics and stuff.
Nice. Very
But
nice.
yeah.
So do you play in a band?
Um, no, not yet at least. I mean, I hope to.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're making picks, do you listen to music? Because I know a lot of pick makers like to listen to stuff when they make their picks.
Funnily enough, I actually have never listened to any music while making picks.
Why? Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it was because I was live streaming and all that, and
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. But I mean, I could try do a bit less live streaming. Like, sort of gets in the way sometimes when I have to like set up a camera and make sure I'm not knocking it over and all that.
Yeah. I do tend to think that there are people that really like watching those videos though. I did a live stream the other day and there was people that kept popping on and off, and it's like, whoa, like people really like watching this. That's what part of this interview series is about, you
Yep.
know, getting to know the people who make picks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob, listen, my friend, I have to run. You have to run as well. I know we both have busy schedules and busy days. Is there anything else you would like to tell the audience before we part ways?
Um. Well, if you have any further questions about me or my picks, feel free to DM me. Like I'll be happy to answer anything.
Yeah. Where can people find you?
On Inst well, for the brand, it would be on Instagram at glitch_pics. And basically I do all my orders through Instagram DMs, mainly through PayPal.
Yeah. That seems to be the best way to go. PayPal, Venmo, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I don't really do Venmo, at least not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, in about 2 years I will be setting up an Etsy account.
Yeah.
I just can't do it yet because you have to be able to pay taxes to do
Yeah.
that.
That's true. I always forget about things like that. I don't, Etsy, when I first started with selling the picks, Etsy was so confusing. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not going to do this. You know, it was so confusing to try and sell.
Right.
Well, listen, my friend, I have to run, but
All right.
this is a great interview. This kid is 16 years old. Go check him out.
All right.
Bye, brother. I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
You have a good day. You can do anything you set your mind to. This kid is 16 years old and he is killing it. He's making picks. He's coming up with all kinds of crazy designs. By the way, how many times did you see me switch bracelets? If you weren't even paying attention, now you're going to go back and watch because I switched about 200 times just to mess with the lovely folk on camera. Listen, Mark Christopher here at Classic Barbershop. The logo is behind me. You have a great day. You have a story to tell. You can create and design something unique and amazing, just like Jacob did. And I don't care how old you are. He started playing guitar when he was 6 years old, and look at him now. 10 years later, he's making and selling picks as a living, as a job. How awesome is that? Tell me that's not cool. Did you see it? You didn't even see it. Anyway, Mark Christopher, listen, I love you. And I want to encourage you to always shine your light, think outside the box, be creative, do what makes you you, and be a hippie.
Like it's your house on fire with all my sickened words. The comfort black awaits in its prime design. Still I shiver with no peace of every day. I throw it away. I'm sick and defeated, but I still remain. Every day I throw it away. Sick and defeated, but I still